Hampton East, Hype Moorabbin, such an interesting area and such a really great area to buy in and know that your property, your asset's safe, because we don't seem to get affected by pricing so much.
And so if you had a crystal ball, what would you predict for the next 12 months?
It's a really good question. It's something that whenever I guess I know you and I are at Open for Inspections, people always ask us what's the market doing, what's going to happen next. Look, I think we're in a really good area. You know, Bayside, Kingston is really such a great area, great schools, shops, beaches, all those sorts of things that really make it such a safe area to live in as well. I think Australia is going to start having more immigration happening as well, so that's going to be a really big driving point for capital growth. So property prices will go up, in my opinion, with the influx of more people moving into the country and certainly moving into an area like Bayside and Kingston as well. I think it all depends on what happens with interest rates. I know recently there was some inflation rates that came out and they were sort of around about, I think, 3.8%.
They were 3.8, yeah.
3.8%. So, you know, with inflation holding, hopefully interest rates will hold as well. And to me, that's always signs, you know, historically that property prices go up as interest rates start to go down. So hopefully, fingers crossed, interest rates starts to go down and that's going to give people a bit more relief and a bit more confidence.
Oh, buyer confidence will go up, absolutely. I know we get asked that question a lot at Open for Inspections, and buyers, how are interest rates going down going to affect the property market? And what advice would you give to someone who's thinking, I'll wait until they go down to sell my property?
Look, I've been, you know, I'm a bit older than you and been doing real estate for a long time now. Really? And I've always seen that, you know, prices go up historically. Yeah. It used to be sort of prices doubling every 7 to 10 years. So I guess, you know, if you've got to think long term with property. You know, it's always going to be hard if you're buying and selling in a short period of time. But if you're thinking long term, it's not going to really matter what you pay for a property today, because in 5 years' time or 10 years' time, you're going to be, oh, I should have bought next door, you know.
Yeah,
so I think just get into the market as soon as you can, as soon as you're in a position to get into market, you know, just stretch a little bit, put yourself under a little bit of pressure where you feel a little bit uncomfortable to get the property that you love and it suits your needs right now, and maybe something that you can grow into as well.
I think COVID definitely set quite an unrealistic precedence of growth during such a short amount of time. Do you think that we'll ever see anything like that again?
Oh, look, I hope we don't go through anything like COVID again, because it was very, very hard for lots of people, you know, health-wise, you know, business-wise and so forth. I don't know whether we'll ever see some sharp drops and dips like we did again. But I certainly think what it has done is it's opened up people's eyes to how they can live and how they can live differently. Yeah. Working from home, those sorts of things like that. So I know that, and you know, there's a lot of buyers that we meet now that they need a home with a study.
Yes.
You know, it's really important, you know, so maybe homes that are close to a train station, because they don't have to drive into work every day. They might just pop on the train and go into the city, you know, once a fortnight or, you know, or once a week, for example. So I think there's some positive things that have happened from it, you know, in terms of people are staying at home more, they've changed the type of home they want to buy. Yeah. I think it's really given a lift to some of the local shopping strips as well, because people aren't, you know, getting a train into or driving into the city, eating in the city, you know, having after work drinks in the city. You know, they might be just strolling up to the local coffee shop as well. So I think what the crystal ball is saying for the next 12 months, I think property prices will go up, and I think the local areas are going to become more gentrified and just going to go back maybe to the old school way of shopping and living locally.